Hey guys, welcome to another Ski Mask Boys episode. Today we're doing Dexmo. Dexmo is an exoskeleton for you to touch the digital world. As you can see, it's kind of a plastic robotics, um, you know, uh, piece that mounts to your hand, and as you move your hand, you can move other objects, whether they're in the virtual world or even in the physical world. So, for example, if you want to defuse a bomb with a remote hand that is robotic somewhere, you could potentially control it with a Dexmo exoskeleton. What do you think about this one, homie?
Um, Man, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is like a step of technology that is bound to happen. But to me, right now, it looks pretty hokey. I mean, I see the value in it. I think there's real value. But as of yet, I haven't been sucked into the whole virtual reality world, which is where I think this has large scale applications, at least in the super near term. Um, so I don't know. The idea of having a remote hand and like groping somebody is weird. Maybe people would use this like going to like porn stars could rent themselves out to like these digital hands, and creeps with this device could like rope them from over the internet and pay like $4 a minute.
Yeah, I mean, you could set up a sweatshop in a third world country where men or women are sit there and just jack people off from. I mean, it would be pretty lucrative, I think. So this is douchebag number one right here.
Look
This
at
is
this guy! Look at this guy throwing the Satan sign with the sport coat. And hold on, hold on. Oh, sandals, jeans,
yeah,
and sandals.
he's definitely a tech douchebag.
I think that he might be the guy who invented this or something.
Maybe he is, and you notice that they created this kind of janky looking, kind of awkward plastic piece, but they put the token LED light on it. I think it really
Right.
it brings a lot of magic to it, you know.
I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, I wish I had something in mind to use it for other than sexual pleasure, but I just can't really
I
come.
can think of a lot of things, honestly. I don't know if this does it or not, but I think that it does. It'll actually, if let's say there's a ball in the physical world, and you want to catch it with your hand, and you're looking through an Oculus, and you see that ball, and then you use your hand to actually catch it, it might allow you to feel that ball. So there's really nothing there, but you're grabbing it. And so in a way, you could interact. You could be playing tennis with a fake racket because it could give you the same resistance as a racket might. You know.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily true. And you'll notice that you're not going to have the touch sensitivity on the inside of your fingers. Like, you might be able to grab something, and it might have like it might not let you squeeze any tighter, but you're not actually gonna. I don't see how you would really have
Yeah,
this.
for sure. I mean, this. I'm talking about the future, really. I mean, this thing is just the crap. It's not going to let you do a lot of stuff. But this is where it's headed, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I think that's true. I mean, I think that what this is all coming to is the Nintendo Power Glove. We're right. The Nintendo Power Glove had it right.
Yeah, I mean that it just kind of goes to show you how pathetic the virtual reality space is. I mean, why don't these guys just use power gloves, dude? Just put a power glove on and then plug it into your computer.
I think that the things that I'll say for this is that it's kind of cool because like that you can get one of these kits or whatever for $75, which is for anything like of sophisticated technology that seems pretty cheap. And the other thing is maybe this will be cool for geeks who are into like the Oculus and stuff. And I haven't used an Oculus, but I bet they're amazing. I have a feeling that they're mind blowing.
Yeah, I mean it does. It's going to have a lot of applications. One thing apparently it can do is read sign language and translate, which could be cool. I don't know if it actually does it. And there's another thing to note about this. I was reading through, and if you watch some of these videos, you can see that there's a pretty hardcore latency where somebody will be moving their fingers, and then it's represented on a computer almost seconds later. And they've even written on their Kickstarter that people are concerned about this, and I would be too. This has to be. I mean, how hard is it truly to translate a finger movement in a robotic device to a computer? I mean, they're saying that it's some kind of data latency, but come on, like we're talking milliseconds here. It should not be detectable at all. These guys need to improve it. It needs to be 100% like in sync with what I'm watching myself physically do.
Right.
And these guys, I mean, not that there's a problem with it. They're not Americans, and when you watch their Kickstarter video and you listen to it, yeah, I can't even understand these guys' English. These guys need to these guys need to get an American or somebody who's in their target audience to really. I mean, if they're going to be presenting in English, get a native English speaker to do your video. You know.
Right. Yeah. I think. I don't know. It's interesting. It'll be. I guess we have 22 days to see if they even hit their goal. If they don't hit their goal, this whole thing is moot. They're going to have to go back to the drawing board anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to hit it just because of the latency issue, and I realize they're trying to solve it, but what, they're like a quarter of the way there right now?
Yeah.
Um, I think it could. I think that it's more of the promise of VR. I think that people who are buying this probably know that it's not ideal, but they're just nerds that want to be at the forefront of technology.
Right. Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, it's possible that they want to be like the first in or something like that, you know?
Yeah, and the play here is that this company is trying to be the next Oculus. These guys are trying to somehow come up with a practical application, or maybe, I don't know, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for Xbox or something. Maybe they can find some cool applications for it so that they can become the next billion-dollar hardware company.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not that impressed with this campaign, honestly. I mean, we've seen some pretty polished campaigns recently. Like, I think that the chicks with the vibrator were pretty good, and like, I don't know, even the stupid blue smart suitcase was really pretty well polished, you know. And this one just looks like something like somebody made with some like random pieces of plastic crap in their garage.
Yeah, and also the thing that I just feel that it's a lot more interesting to talk about finger banging people with it. And other than that, I don't really find any fun applications for it. And it's really far off from its debut as a finger banger device.
Right. No, I think so. So the guy we were making fun of was actually the guy with the sandals was actually the original founder of the Oculus VR and Rift.
Oh, I thought I recognized them from somewhere.
He
Okay.
looks a little. He looks more douchey in the image in the picture here than he does in other pictures.
Maybe he's gonna fund this thing.
Yeah, he doesn't look that impressed. He looks more like mesmerized that somebody could make such a piece of shit. Although he is, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's into it.
He probably backed it. He's got all kinds of cash now that he sold off of it. Right?
Was he still running it when they sold it?
I don't know.
Kind of curious if what his position in owning the company was when he sold it or when they sold it. Yeah, he must have
positioned pretty well. I mean, well, there you have it. This is our review of Dexmo. You can check it out on their Kickstarter, Dexmo. Stay tuned for the next episode of Ski Mask Boys.
See ya.